Dallas Cowboys. What I tell y'all. Listen, I'm not gonna get up here and gloat. I'm not gonna get up here and laugh. I'm not gonna do any of that. You know what I mean? Because I realize it's still early in the season. I do realize you had three offensive linemen out. You know, haven't probably really figured out what you're gonna do about Diggs to replace him and all of that. Bland definitely don't look like it on the outside. Looks like he's more of an inside guy. You know, better suited to deal with backups, third string, and slot receivers. It is what it is. You know what I mean. Mm. But remember when I was telling y'all about culture? See, this is an example of what I'm talking about, right? The culture, the mindset that's established by coaching and the leadership, leaders on the team. Mike McCarthy should know better. He's a guy that has won a Super Bowl. He should understand the idea of focusing in on one play at a time, one possession at a time, one game at a time, one opponent at a time, and only focus on that. There is no talking about the Super Bowl now. There is no talking about the NFC East now. None of that. Right? There is no listening to Skip Bayless and Michael Irvin. You know, Michael Irvin, he should really be giving you guys, the Dallas Cowboys, better advice than he's giving them. He up there with the hype train. Come on, Irv. You know it's one game at a time, baby. Slow down and pipe it down. You know, one game at a time, right? The problem with the Cowboys is they come into the game and they thinking about, you know, maybe what happened last week. They're thinking about, you know, what they're going to wear to the Super Bowl and how they look better than the Eagles and the 49ers so far. So, you know, whereas they should have been focused on the Cardinals, they clearly weren't focused on the Cardinals. And that's culture. That's culture. That's lack of leadership. I don't know what to tell you. And I don't even know how you can fix it because, you know, your owner is supposed to be the adult in the room. Your owner is really the child. He really is. He's a 70-year-old child. You know, he can't help himself. He looks at his roster that he puts together and he just thinks, you know, we got it. We're the best team. You should know it's just 1 week, homie. So, I didn't pick y'all to win. But I'm like not surprised Cowboys lost because this is what the type of culture you cultivate. It's what it leads to. You fall victim to trap games. You know, it reminds me of the time when y'all lost to the Jacksonville Jags last year. Remember? You know why that happened? It's because you had the Eagles coming up after Jags. So oftentimes y'all thinking about the Eagles, how we're going to win the division. Forget about the Jags, lose the Jag game. Now you got to play catch up with the Eagles. That's the way it goes. You know. Now, I'm not going to talk too much because I don't want to turn around tomorrow night and the Eagles lose. I don't want that. You know. But I think the Eagles are going to show. You know. Proper culture. Focus on one game at a time. It is what it is, man. Sure, just like last year. It was, you know, you had Micah Parsons, the new leader of the team. All up on Von Miller's podcast, talking about is it Jalen Hurts or the system. That same week, a reporter goes to Jalen Hurts and asks him, yeah, well, Micah Parsons, you know, he said, do you have a response to what Micah Parsons said? Hurts just looked at him and said, yeah, we talking about the Bears right now. The team that's coming up. And that's the difference. And I told y'all, you run at the Dallas Cowboys up the middle. Prove that this Manzi Smith can stop the run. I don't even know if he was in there. I didn't hear. All I know is some dudes was getting mangled. Buck 81. Y'all better fix that before we get to y'all. Y'all better fix that. Yeah. Yeah, I might need to pick up a corner too. And then Gilmore. I don't know, man. Don't know. But listen, we got the Bucks coming up tomorrow night, which is really the important thing. We're gonna be the team that the nation is watching. We'll show you how it's done. Peace.